the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Split Decisions Triple Threat 2021 season rolls off here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Concord, North Carolina. Are you ready for some fireworks? These 3 different class of drivers gonna lay it all out on the line on this 1.5 mile D-shaped oval. Qualifying already underway, about 4 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Darkside Dave in the cave bringing you all the calls. And I tell you what, why not run down a little bit of your official business here before we head to some qualifying action? Track looks pretty quiet at this point in time, so we'll go ahead and run down your championship standings coming in to tonight's race number 5 in this 2021 season. There you can see the overall championship standings coming into tonight's Queen City Shuffle. Elijah Travis, the 51 ET himself, phoning home 3 times into victory lane. Back to back to back. Ken Travis go back to victory lane for a 4th time in a row. Jeffrey Ramsdale right there. Richard Remuller, Luke Smith, Lucas Gortman round out your top 5. That's a little look at your overall standings. We'll go ahead and take a look at that Cup car breakdown here in race number 5. There you can see Luke Smith as well as Gortman tied at the top of the point standings in the Cup Series side of the Triple Threat 2021 season. Dave Gilbert, Joshua Sousey round out the top 5 in that class. We'll head back now to the Xfinity Series that has another close battle as well. There you can see Richard Mueller and Kayla McCarthy right there battling it out. 5 points separate them. Kevin Bernheimer, after a great run, right there tied with Kayla, as well as Andy Turner making an appearance on the scene up inside your top 5 in the points for the Xfinity Series breakdown. And on to the trucks, where Travis has just been on an absolute tear. Man, I tell you what, that 51 couldn't get any better. He has come from way back in the points all the way up now into that top spot. Those 3 race wins have done him well. Well, there you have it. That's your championship standings coming into tonight's race. We'll go ahead and run down some of the qualifying breakdown for you. There you can see top left side of your screen the rundown as they are. Your top 13 right there. Lucas Gortman, top of the speed charts. Luke Smith, Brandon Shirley, Nate Johnson, Thomas Ridgway, Chris Wheeler, Ryan Johnson, Tyler Rush, Dave Gilbert, and James Comensberger, all right there inside the top 10. And not very much left here in qualifying, just about past the halfway point. Down to about 3 minutes remaining here in this qualifying session, and it doesn't look like we have too many more drivers that can go out there and put a time lap down. 26 drivers already on the speed charts, just Michael Young, Brad Yuckman, and Cupcake himself. And that 74 Chevy Silverado yet to hit the track for their qualifying session. So we've got 29 drivers slotted in the field here tonight for the Queen City Shuffle. We'll wait to see if those drivers put down a time lap. And almost an eerie little feeling here tonight. Track very, very quiet, dark under the lights here tonight. 85-minute timed race. That's right, you heard that right, race fans. You know what time it is here. It's the road course, the endurance style format here in the Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. That's why they call it the Triple Threat, not just because the 3 different classes out there on the track, but also because of the different styles of racing that are all wrapped up into one. They take the road course side of things where there's no cautions, only admin cautions if the track is blocked. Also taking the timed event side from the endurance racing here, not just on iRacing.com, but out there in the IMSA real world side of things. So, man, I tell you what, it's an absolute barn burner. Don't look for the Cup cars to always dominate. We have seen the Xfinity cars excel at a few tracks. The trucks have been quicker than the Xfinity cars as well. So look for some tight battles all over the field all night long, as we've got just a little bit past 60 seconds to go here before we get to green flag racing. I tell you what, race fans, why don't we step away for just a brief commercial break, head down trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast, often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Oh, say, can you see? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Drivers on the starting grid getting ready to fire things off for the first time here tonight. From Charlotte Motor Speedway, you hear that familiar sound in the background. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Queen City Shuffle here in the Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Lucas Gortman in the 17 taking that top spot, lining up just to his outside, the 10 of Luke Smith. Row number 2, the 85 of Brandon Shirley, followed by Nate Johnson. Inside row number 3, Thomas Ridgway and Chris Wheeler to his outside. The 38 of Ryan Johnson gonna slot in the 7th position. 27th goes to Tyler Rush. Inside row number 5, the 7 of Dave Gilbert, followed by the 11 of James Coleman'sberger. Andy Turner and Thomas Gold making up a row number 6. Row number 7 here tonight, Thomas Myers and Jonathan Gross, Michael Gitchell and William Klingbell right there in the 16th spot. E.T., the 51, back in the 17th spot. Chris Click just to his outside. Inside row number 10, Jeffrey Ramsdale, followed by Colin Johnson, Patrick Anderson, and Tyler Ziegler. Round out row number 11, row 12 here tonight, Kevin Bernheimer and Mark Ackerman. Michael Hayward, Vinny Tabby, Brad Yuckman, Michael Young, and Cupcake round out of the field here tonight. That Ford Mustang pace car ready to duck on off for the first time. We're ready to go. Green flag racing once again, and on the gas, green flag flies. Once again here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Field up through the gears, well and clean. Nobody with any issues on this start. All the drivers fire off into turn number 1. Battle at the front of the field already. Your top 2 drivers beginning to break away. Now they've got Brandon Shirley right there in his 85 Ford Mustang coming quick right there on their bumpers. Oh, in trouble. Nate Johnson's having trouble. Ryan Johnson with some trouble. The 88, the 38, go around again. Oh my goodness, falling through the field. Big time crash. Truck drivers piling in. Caution on the speedway. The 37's involved. Multiple trucks involved in this one. Oh my goodness, we'll have to go back and see how it all unfolded. See how it all went down here just at the end of lap number 1. My goodness, that was a rough run there for Nate Johnson and multiple other drivers. There you see that 88 beaten and battered already very early here tonight. There you see Johnson loose through 3 and 4, trying to save it. Gets into, I believe that is the 7. And around he goes, piling in is a few more drivers. Xfinity Series driver, the 77, caught up multiple other trucks. There's another Xfinity driver in that 40, I believe that was the 49 of Cullen Johnson turned into that outside wall as well. We'll take one more look at this here, high above from the blimp cam. Oh, maybe that's a little too high there, buddy. There you see slight contact for the 85. The 77 was almost clear. Thomas Myers almost clear and then clipped. That is one more time, one more look at this here. There you can see Johnson going around. We'll watch Myers as he comes through here. Swollen up, welling on the brakes, and contact from the 49 into the back of the 35. Spins into the 77. He goes around. More drivers pile in. That was an absolute melee at the front. And with that being said, we'll go back live once again with your race leader, your pole sitter, the 17 of Lucas Gortman. Popping in for just a brief moment with our turn 3 drone cam. Gonna see what kind of beautiful shots we can get out of this machine here tonight, using all the technology available and at our fingertips to bring you all the great shots here from the trackside, and not just trackside. Wait for it, fans. We've got some great in-car cameras as well as some different positioned cameras on the car to bring you some great action shots here tonight. And don't pay attention to that lap count. It's a little bit out there. You know, sometimes iRacing, being a timed event, it kind of throws iRacing and the overlays and sometimes the system a little glitch in the matrix. You know how that is. Multiple drivers going to have to hit pit road, and they are on pit road for quite an extended stay. Cullen Johnson, Mark Ackerman, Michael Young still down there on pit road. Andy Turner, Tyler Ziegler, Thomas Myers, all on pit road for longer than a minute, fixing some damage on their machines. Thomas Gold in the 87 was also on pit road for an extended stay, and everybody that came down pit road that time by, all well longer than what they needed to be, but nonetheless trying to soldier on, trying to get all they can out of each and every one of their machines. Each and every spot counts here, especially in a timed event, because the clock is still ticking. We're under caution, we're slowed down, but that time is still winding off the clock, still bringing these drivers closer and closer to that apex moment, the time when it all matters, no pun intended. Drivers will see a competition caution somewhere right around the halfway point, anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes into tonight's race. So look for these drivers to try to push a little bit hard here in this first little half of tonight's race to try to see what they've got for that second half, to know how much they have to take care of those right rear tires. Charlotte Motor Speedway known for being able to cook that right rear, leaning on it coming out of turn number 4, where the banking kind of dips back off from the higher banking into the lower banking of the front straightaway. Driver's going to have some loose spots there, and back on the gas. Green flag flies once again here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And that's right, race fans, there you can see it still over there on that left-hand side of your ticker. Want to give a big shout out to Wolf Park Wildlife Reserve, sponsoring some races here in the Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Big things going on over there with Wolf Park Wildlife Reserve. Go ahead and check them out. Some great things. They're doing some great work with some animals that really need the help, really need your help as well. So head on over and check out Wolf Park Wildlife Reserve. There you can see that time as we were speaking of, just 1 hour and 18 minutes left in tonight's race, and Lucas Gortman skating away almost a half a second out in front of Luke Smith. So we'll head back through the field to some of the battles that are raging on. There you can see Chris Glick, Tyler rushing that 27 Turtle Shell machine all over that rear bumper of James Coleman Berger. Coleman Berger is right there knocking on the door of a top 5, trying to get up there and trying to get all that he can at this point in time, but still not having very much luck just yet, as he's got a hungry Tyler Rush all over him. A little bit further back through the field, we'll check out some of these battles going on between Xfinity Series drivers as well as Truck Series drivers. Elijah Travis, William Klingbeil, Jonathan Cross, and Cupcake right there in that 74 machine, all packed in, all right there, 13th through 17th on the speedway, and all nose to tail, all within just a few tenths of each other, as we've got multiple different battles all over this speedway, and that's what we're going to continue to see for the majority of the night. Your leader has stepped out to a half a second advantage over Luke Smith right now, who's got Brandon Shirley hot on his heels. Thomas Ridgway, Chris Wheeler round out your top 10. Jonathan Cross looking to the outside of William Klingbeil. Here comes Kevin Bernheimer. Bernheimer going to go to the top of the speedway, take his 28. Right around that 83 of Klingbeil, who's now struggling to keep the 74 behind him. Patrick Anderson right there making an appearance on the scene as well. That Pabst Blue Ribbon sponsored O2 machines looking to start heading towards the front, already up 3 positions from where he started tonight's race, outside of the top 20, now sitting right in the 18th position. Back to some of the battles at the front by a dominated Cup car class here tonight. Your top 9 drivers, all Cup Series drivers, and there you can see them all lined up nose to tail heading off in to turn number 1 and out of 2. Now Gortman still leading this race was your pole sitter, and there you can see him already begin to make their way into some lap traffic. Some of these drivers are very wounded here tonight, already caught up in that. Well, that was a pretty big one there coming to the end of lap number 1. Multiple drivers caught up in that one. There was at least 6 or 7 drivers caught up in that lap 1 incident, so a lot of drivers already behind the 8 ball very early in this timed event. And that, into the outside wall. That's the 2, I do believe. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Trying to see who that was back there towards the rear of the field with those troubles, and it looks like Michael Young in the 62. That's who it was. We'll take one look at this one, see how it all happened. There you can see your race leader, the overall leader, and right across the front of the nose of those drivers. Ooh, my goodness. That could have ended really, really bad. There you see the 30 on the 33, hard contact. Ridgway, hard contact. We'll go back live with Thomas Ridgway. There you can see that 33 still running strong. Still inside the top 5, but struggling to keep himself at speed right there with Chris Wheeler. Wheeler now in the 4th position, and they're beginning to step away 7/10. Excuse me. 7/10 of a second separate Ridgway from Wheeler. So there you see the damage on the front end of that Budweiser 33 machine piloted by Thomas Ridgway, and that is going to put him in some danger here very shortly. Tyler Rush, James Coleman'sberger, these 2 drivers, they're beginning to close the distance, close that gap to your top runners. Dave Gilbert right there in that 7 Ford Mustang. Gilbert, one of those Cup Series drivers as well, trying to make his way up through the field once again. Are seeing gaps beginning to develop, so we'll go back here to this battle. Elijah Travis, Patrick Anderson, Jeffrey Ramsdell battle it out for 16th, 17th, and 18th on the track right now. And there you can see William Klingbeil and his 83 machine just off in front of that 51. Cullen Johnson has had some trouble. Johnson back to pit road in his 49 machine. Trouble for the 49, already scored off of the lead lap, and he's going to fall just a bit further now after that one, and it looks like back behind pit wall and out of tonight's race. The 49 of Cullen Johnson will be our first DNF here tonight. Drivers continuing to be hard on the gas, hard on the machines, trying to see if they can't get all they can get now, just so the crew chiefs have a little bit of a book working on the second half of this race. We will have multiple pit stops before we reach that timed caution, that competition caution, if you will, just a chance to get the field regrouped. Drivers are able to receive one of their laps back if they happen to be a lap down, so a chance to get yourself back in the race, so you've got a chance to risk it just a little bit. And there you've seen William Klingbeil make his way right by Kevin Bernheimer. Bernheimer struggling in his number 28 Ford Mustang. There you can see him right to that outside wall. Into the inside goes that SDR Rowdy Energy sponsored 51 machine, piloted by E.T., trying to get his way back towards the front of the field. Back at the front of the field, there you see battle for the race lead. Now underway, Lucas Gordman still holding that top spot, but Luke Smith right there, down to a tenth of a second difference between your top two runners. To the inside goes the 10, not going to be there. Closing the door hard going into turn number 3 was the 17. He'll lead him off of 4, back across the stripe, looking to the inside for a brief moment. Is the 10 not going to be there? Looking once again, no. You're going to have to stay right in those tire tracks of Gortman for one more time around turns number 1 and 2, and that's going to help Brandon Shirley. That 85 there, you can see that black and gray Ford Mustang. He is closing the gap, and that is exactly what he needs. These two front runners to battle with each other on the track, because they're also working their way into some lap traffic in hard contact with the outside wall. That Ally machine having some trouble. Race leaders to the inside of the lap cars. Up the track goes the 74, and he will fall off of the lead lap. Cupcake with some trouble. Still lined up, nose to tail. Your top 3 spots continue to work their way through some back markers, working their way into the tail end of these Truck Series drivers. 2, 3 wide right in front of your race leader, involving your race leader. Drivers still battling for positions in their respected classes. Up the hill and almost into the side of the 10. Oh my goodness, that could have been bad for Tyler Ziegler. Walking way up the speedway and almost into the side of Luke Smith. That little chance encounter forced Brandon Shirley to jump out of the gas for just a little bit. There you can see the gap that has developed after Shirley had to kind of back out and watch for just a brief moment. Tell you what, we've got a battle just outside or just inside of your top 15. We'll jump back with this one. Elijah Travis, Jeffrey Ramsdale, Patrick Anderson all continue to battle for position. They have been nose to tail. This trio of trucks has been nose to tail pretty much the entire night here so far, and they have just slowly been clicking off position after position, catching the drivers in front of them. But now looks like Ramsdale looking for an extra spot. He's looking to see if he can make his way by Elijah Travis and lead this trio of trucks a little bit faster towards the front of the field. There you see down on that inside lane trying to make it work. Inside that 97 machine, Ramsdale has the advantage. He'll have that spot going into turn number 1. Down to the bottom of the raceway goes the 51. He'll follow Ramsdale off of 2. Small battle just behind these drivers. Chris Glick, Michael Gitchell right there side by side. Into the wall goes Gitchell. right in front of your race leaders as well. Gitchell into the outside wall as Chris Glick made his way by. Leaders closing in fast, way up the hill goes that 48 of Gitchell, and now being scored off of the lead lap. Chris Glick tries to stay there, not going to have anything for your race leaders as Lucas Gortman looks to the bottom of the speedway. Luke Smith still tucked in with him side by side with that 96. Smith clears. Now Shirley tries to clear as well. Way to the bottom of the speedway, going to be side by side for a moment. Now all three of those Cup Series drivers, your race leaders, all by that 96 of Chris Glick. Going to be scored the first driver off of the lead lap, and even though this is a battle off of the lead lap, going to take a look at this battle still happening, still underway. Vinny Tabby, Brad Yunkman, Tyler Ziegler, all right there, nose to tail on the speedway. There you can see that Xbox 44 machine piloted by Tabby, trying to bring his Chevy Silverado a little bit further up through the field. Tabby sitting just inside your top 20 in the 19th position, but one lap down. We'll jump back to a battle on the lead lap. This battle between the 97 as well as Patrick Anderson. Elijah Travis has lost a little bit of ground. He went from leading this trio of trucks now to being that third car in line, just a little bit behind. And looky here, look in the mirror, that is your overall race leader, Lucas Gortman, closing in. There you can see Gortman there about a half a straightaway away from taking over these drivers that we're watching on the speedway right now. And man, I tell you what, that is an absolutely lightning pace for Gortman, Smith, and Shirley. They have gapped Chris Wheeler by over 3 seconds. So those top three drivers all breaking away, all making their claim very early for supremacy. But the man of the moment, the man of the hour right there, your race leader, driver inside of that 17 machine. We'll go ahead and throw some information up for you. That's right, GTA Taco Lover Racing. Myrtle Beach very own 22-year-old Lucas Gortman. Gortman almost with some trouble there with the lap machine. The 51 of Elijah Travis almost having a moment. And yes, indeed, you read it, you see it. Will drive for tacos. Lucas Gortman leading tonight's race. Driver tucked in just behind him, has been there pretty much all night long. Prime Time Racing's 19-year-old out of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, Luke Smith. Great run so far here tonight. Very close in a few occasions, but still hounding the race leader lap after lap, waiting for him to make a mistake. Luke Smith runs in the second position. Highlighting the driver running in the third and final podium spot here tonight. There you see that 85 Ford Mustang piloted by Brandon Shirley looking to make a splash here tonight. See what he can get done. And there you can see that 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell. He's now going to fall off of your lead lap. So that will leave us with just 11 drivers left on the lead lap here tonight. We started tonight's race with 29 drivers. We have still got 26 drivers out there on the speedway. Just Tyler Ziegler, Cullen Johnson, and Michael Young back behind the pit wall. And out of tonight's race, Thomas Gold is the last driver on the lead lap. So how hard will that 87 fight as he closes in? Right there you see him. He was closing in on William Klingbeil, but your race leader and his buddies right behind him gonna put more drivers down and off of the lead lap. They're gonna go all the way up to the 8th spot now. Only 8 drivers. You might as well go ahead and throw William Klingbeil off of that list as well. James Coleman'sberger brings his 11 machine to pit road before he falls one lap down. Now battle for the race lead side by side. Smith on the bottom, working his way off of 4. Still a drag race to the line. Give it to Smith by a nose as they cross the line and down into turn number 1, side by side yet again. Advantage goes to the 17 on the high side and across and onto the apron. The 10 with a bobble down there on the apron. He's going to lose some ground down the backstretch. Battle not going away just yet. That 10 still looking to the inside for the race lead. Can he grab it as they work their way off of turn number 2 this time by? All the way at the bottom of the speedway goes Smith. He's going to grab that top spot once again, now secured by Smith. Has a 1-car race advantage as they continue to put some drivers one lap down. There you can see that 33 of Thomas Ridgway fighting to get himself back on the lead lap. Ridgway has hit pit road for his first stop here tonight, back on lap number 35. So Ridgway with about 5 lap old tires compared to these 40 lap old tires running on the leaders' cars. Luke Smith beginning to step away just a little bit from Lucas Gortman. Gortman was your pole sitter, was your only leader here tonight until Smith was able to take that top spot away. And there you can see that 7 of Dave Gilbert. Gilbert is down 1 lap to your race leader, but Gilbert has been to pit road for his first stop here tonight. When will Smith, Gortman, surely bring those Cup cars to pit road? And there you can see just that outside struggling still. That Allied Chevy Silverado, man, I tell you what, it is absolutely struggling to keep the pace here. You can see a lot of wiggling out of that machine. Only 6 seconds separate your top 6 drivers, and that is all we have left on the lead lap here as we work around the track. 42 laps into tonight's race. How many will they get to? That's right, I tell you what, out there in TV land, race fans, let's go ahead and let's see who can guess it right here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and just make it official and go ahead and put what I think it's going to end up being. I believe we're going to get to somewhere around right there. Let's call it that. I believe 143 laps is what we're going to be able to slate in here tonight. That may be being a little bit generous, but Lucas Gortman, Brandon Shirley, they both break to pit road. And as more drivers hit pit road, we'll give you a little bit more of the action here. Side scoring for you as Luke Smith continuing to run at the front. Chris Wheeler, Tyler Rush, last driver still on the track, yet to hit pit road. William Klingbeil back off of the lead lap, but yet to pit as well. The 83 struggling to try to find a little bit of speed here as Luke Smith has a 4-second race advantage over Chris Wheeler, but that's in heavy traffic. There you can see that 11 of James Coleman'sberger looking to the outside, trying to put himself back onto the lead lap. 11 now drops to the bottom. Down and around he goes. That 11 machine back onto the lead lap. Actually, not back onto the lead lap, back to just 1 lap down. Oh, in trouble for the 38 once again. We've seen that 38 have a little. Oh, and to the outside wall, the 10 of Lucas Smith, your race leader, into the outside wall. There you can see the beaten and battered machine of Thomas Myers bit into the outside wall once again after being caught up in our very first incident here tonight, working off of turn number 4 on lap number 1. And that has put a damper on the day since then for that 77 and his entire crew. But Thomas Myers trying to get what he can, running back in the 22nd position, 4 laps off of your race leader. Lucas Gortman, Brandon Shirley, they're your top running drivers that have already been to pit road here tonight, back on lap number 42, the 17 and the 85. Both elected to come down pit road, get their machines full of fuel, those 4 fresh Goodyear tires, and they are making some lightning fast laps here. Lucas Gortman last time by 29-28 to your leaders, 31-58. Almost a 2-second difference on the speed time, on the speed charts. So Luke Smith may be giving up quite a bit staying out this extended run here. And we'll jump back up front with that. NGK Spark Plugs sponsored Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Luke Smith continuing to stay out on the speedway. He has given up quite a bit of his gap, quite a bit of his advantage. He had upwards of 6 seconds, now down to just 3.5 seconds. So Chris Wheeler either picking up the pace or Luke Smith trying to extend the run a little bit further, trying to have a little bit fresher tires towards the end of tonight's race. Maybe trying to keep us set in his back pocket should we get some late race crazy calamity that causes the field to have a full course caution. We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. But Smith, Wheeler, and Rush lead the field here tonight, and they are the only drivers yet to hit pit road. And they have quite an advantage, as there you can see that 44 of Vinny Tabby being scored off of the lead lap. Tabby 3 laps down, but trying to get one of them back right now, running just behind that 10 machine. And Brad Youngman, after some trouble, he's rejoining the race, making his way out of pit road. There you can see that white truck down on the apron, making his way back up the speed. We'll have to see if he can get up to that minimum speed requirement, or if he has to bring it back down pit road and work on it a little bit more. Almost a little crazy here to see that before our stage break, before our timed caution, our competition caution, if you will, only now 4 drivers left on the lead lap, as that 17 of Lucas Gortman, he's been able to get himself back on the lead lap. There you can see the 85 of Brendan Shirley. He's going to get himself back on the lead lap. Ryan Johnson, where is Ryan Johnson? Way back there. Johnson, he's the next driver in line in that 38 machine, trying to make his way back up through the field, trying to get himself back onto your lead lap. Down to the bottom and around he goes. Put Johnson a little bit closer to where he's trying to go. Luke Smith still continues to lead tonight's race with a 4-second race advantage over Chris Wheeler, who has started to struggle just a little bit. Tyler Rush, last driver sitting in the podium spots here tonight. No real battles for position on the raceway. We'll go back to this one right here, though. That's about your closest battle. Thomas Gold inside of that Xfinity 87 machine, being hounded, being tracked down by the Pabst Blue Ribbon number 2, piloted by Patrick Anderson, trying to make his way up to Thomas Gold. Gold fighting to get his way back inside the top 10, as well as Bernheimer has some trouble to the bottom of the track. Bernheimer goes, Bernheimer to the bottom, to the top went Gold, around, he grabs the last spot inside the top 10. Patrick Anderson still trying to close that gap, still trying to make his way back inside the top 10, and looky here, he finds a way week in and week out to give himself the best opportunity, the best chance to lead his respected class, that truck series class. And there you can see E.T. Elijah Travis up inside your top 10 right there in the 9th position. And I tell you what, we haven't done it yet, so why don't we give you a little bit of breakdown on the class as they run here tonight. And I don't know why they keep throwing that class number 3 up there, but there you have it. Chris Wheeler, Elijah Travis, and Thomas Gold all leading their respected classes here tonight. All of those drivers very close on making their way somehow back onto some lead laps. They do find themselves both 2 laps down, does Travis and Gold. But remember, your race leaders are going to have to make a pit stop here very soon. They have yet to come to pit road. So look for that top 3. Chris Wheeler, Tyler Rush to hit pit road, as Luke Smith in the 10. He's been to pit road on lap number 55, just a handful of laps ago. There you can see him. He now is being scored the first car off of the lead lap. We'll take a look at him. There you can see him getting back up to speed. Oh, big time wiggle out of turn number 4. He is on the gas hard, trying to gain some time back up. He has lost quite a bit of ground to Lucas Gortman, Brandon Shirley, and well behind Ryan Johnson as well. All 3 of those drivers on the pit road right around lap number 42. These drivers coming to pit road about 10 to 15 laps later are losing quite a bit of time. Still not going to keep this man from staying out on the track. Chris Wheeler in the 22 Mountain Dew machine, still hanging out there on the track. He's got his Camaro looking good. Making his way down the backstretch, Tyler Rush still right there. Lucas Gortman, Brandon Shirley, they are going to overtake these drivers for sure. There you can see the 10 making his way by Wheeler. He's going to put himself back onto the lead lap. And man, what a lap that last time by for Luke Smith. Almost 2 seconds faster than your race leader, Chris Wheeler, and about 1.5 seconds faster than Lucas Gortman. So he is going to have much fresher tires to get the job done, to try to run down Ryan Johnson, Brandon Shirley, and Lucas Gortman. Tyler Rush yet to come to pit road as well. We'll take a look at this 27. There you can see the Turtle Shells man right there, Turtle himself. Tyler Rush making his way around the speedway. And once again, want to give a brief shout out to Wolf Park Wildlife Reserve. Wolf Park Wildlife Reserve doing a lot of good things, helping some wounded animals get better and back up to shape. Big time shout out to the man on screen as well. Tyler Rush was, or still is, I should say, the past few races here in the SDR Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Tyler has been streaming over there on Twitch. If you head on over to his channel, you can go ahead and click a subscribe or a sub, a like, a follow, and Tyler will donate a little bit more money to the Wolf Park Reserve. And Tyler donating to help the surgeries and funds and costs incurred by that thereof to a young fox over there at the Wolf Park Wildlife Reserve. Joker the Fox needing some help. So head on down in the description, click that link, and head on over to Tyler's Twitch stream. Give the man a like, a sub, and make him donate a little bit more money. "36 minutes into tonight's 85-minute timed event. The 27 cuts the fuel off, and he brings it to pit road, running on fumes. That's going to put the lead in the hands of this man, Lucas Gortman. Going to take over that top spot. Brandon Shirley all over him. They've got themselves quite a bit of a gap back to Ryan Johnson, about 5.5 seconds back to Johnson. Then Luke Smith closing in very fast, still 1 second faster than your race leaders. Lap after lap, he is closing quick with much fresher tires, about 13 lap fresher tires to be exact. So a lot of speed still inside that 10, and out to the outside. Shirley is going to take that top spot. He's going to cross the line first. New race leader, the 85 of Brandon Shirley. Shirley to the high side, Gortman to the bottom. Gortman looking for the top spot. Once again, your pole sitter gonna use a back marker as a pick, gonna stay to the bottom. Where does the lap car go? Down to the bottom as well. That very well may just work out the wrong way for Gortman. Look to use the lap car as a pick, and not gonna work. The 85 of Shirley back to the race lead. After the green flag pit cycle here, as we work down to the 38-minute mark, only 6 drivers remain on the lead lap. Dave Gilbert now falling down 1 lap there. You can see that U.S. Air Force 7 machine struggling as Gortman right up in front of him, right across the nose. Man, that could have been close. Could have been. It was close. Very close moment there. Elijah Travis, your leading Truck Series driver, sitting right there in the 10th position, just behind this battle for the race lead. This is your closest battle on the track as well. So we're going to stay right here and see if this 17 of Lucas Gortman can get up there and snatch that lead away from Brandon Shirley. You know, we haven't done it yet tonight, so why don't we go ahead now, or why don't we wait just a second? I tell you what, nah, you love it, I love it, let's roll with it. Gonna step away from the mics for just a brief moment and head trackside for a little Turn It Up. And cutting it short as we come to that stage break point here in tonight's race. Brandon Shirley, your race leader at the front of this field. That Ford Mustang looking quick when the time is right. Field will make their way up to the back end of that Ford Mustang pace car, and we'll slow things down for a few laps here as these drivers make their way to pit road. Who's going to stay out? Who's going to come down pit road? Not that long ago, that 10 of Luke Smith was on pit road. Will he come back down or will he stay out? I do believe this will be the opportunity for everybody to get back on the same tire cycle We'll have to wait and see if that's how it all goes down. So as these drivers come to pit road for full service here tonight, we'll step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Back trackside once again for all your green flag action here in just a few moments. Live from Charlotte Motor Speedway, it's the Queen City Shuffle here in race number 5 for the SDR Turtle Shells Triple Threat.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker, the future is feeling.
Backtrack side once again. Ford Mustang pace car lights should be going out this time by no. Looks like we'll have one more lap around this 1.5 mile D-shaped oval, nestled right here in Concord, North Carolina. That's right, we're not done yet. Driver's gonna pull those belts tights, get the elbows up once again, and get ready to go back. Green flag racing again. There you can see some of those drivers getting those wave arounds, getting themselves back onto the lead lap with their respected classes. That's right, their respected classes. 3 different NASCAR 10 top style heavy racing. For all the Australian buddies out there, the 10 tops, that's right, the heavy cars of NASCAR, all 3 classes. The trucks, the Xfinity, the Cup cars, all on the track at one time. An endurance style theme taken from the IMSA side of racing, applied to the NASCAR series, and it is working well. 85-minute timed events here in the Split Decisions Racing Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. More drivers receiving those wave arounds. We should see the field ready to go back. Green flag racing this next time by. a brief moment, the pace car lights went out. Looks like back on, more drivers receiving their wave around. So we'll go back around the track one or two more times here. And I tell you what, race fans, why not pay a few more bills here tonight? So we're going to step away for just another 30-second commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alright, so more like a 45 double commercial break here as the Ford Mustang pace car comes off of turn number 4. Lights will go out this time. Field gets the one to go by Freddie Flagger up there in the flag stand. That's right, ready to go now. Pace car lights are off. Field single file restarts here in the Split Decisions Racing Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season, race number 5, halfway in the books. These drivers still have just under the 40 minutes left to run. Here tonight, will we see a clean restart, or will we see another calamity coming off of turn number 4? We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. For the rest of tonight's race, only 8 drivers now on the lead lap. Multiple drivers able to get their laps back to their respected class leaders. And with all the green flag pit stops, timing and scoring a little bit mixed up here. We'll get to some of that and where some of these drivers are running once we get back going green flag racing, but still dominating the top of the point standings and dominating the top of the speed charts here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Those Cup Series drivers, there you can see them all lined up nose to tail, all on the lead lap here tonight. Thomas Gold, there you can see that 87 truck back there just behind the race leaders, and green flag flies once again here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. There you see your timing and scoring off to the left. We'll keep it there for just a brief moment as all these drivers make their way up through the gears and beginning to break away. Already is Lucas Cortman. We seen that 17 do the same thing last time on the restart. Back to this battle right here, though. There you can see it. Almost contact between some of those drivers. The 0-2 of Anderson trying to get his way up by that 29 of Jonathan Cross. He's got Jeffrey Ramsdale tucked in just behind him. Very busy restart this time by 80 laps now in the book by these SDR triple threat drivers here in the Queen City Shuffle. And I tell you what, we started, so why don't we go ahead and finish it? Head down trackside, mute the mics. Let's go back for a second round of Turn It Up. And contact, yellow caution out on the speedway. Jonathan Cross, Michael Gitchell, Vinny Tabby, all caught up in this one. Let's take a look at the Turn 3 replay. There you can see the carnage ensuing just off in the distance. We'll take a look at this from another advantage if we can. There you see it once again on your screen, and the 44 of Tabby, hard lick into that outside wall. Multiple other drivers, the 46, the 29, the 28, all involved as well. One more time at this latest caution, and that is just a hard lick right there. Multiple drivers caught up in this one. Big time trouble and points implications. Vinny Tabby, one of those Truck Series drivers, was right there towards the top of his class, but now in some trouble and struggling tonight as we go back up front with your race leader. There you can see some drivers breaking away for pit road, and the lap count getting all sorts of out of whack once again as the field crosses the start-finish line here to begin their 84th lap in this 85-minute timed event. Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, Dave Gilbert, James Coleman'sberger, and Tyler Rush all bring their machines down pit road for service. All of those drivers are on the lead lap, so they're going to give themselves just a bit of an advantage over the drivers in front of them. Lucas Gortman, Brandon Shirley, and Chris Wheeler all staying out on the track that time by, and it looks like, we have a little saying that, broadcaster's curse, and it looks like the Turn It Up segment has that broadcaster's curse here tonight. And as we do find ourselves back under caution, back behind the pace car, why not take the opportunity to give you a little bit of insight on what's coming up here in the next few weeks for the Split Decisions Triple Threat 2021 season. Next week, these drivers fire things off at Chicagoland, then head to the Tricky Triangle to round out the month of February here for the SDR Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. And not just that, race fans, we'll go ahead and throw a little bit of your qualifying information up as well. Let's see how those drivers in that Cup Series did. Let's see that class breakdown here once again on screen if we can. There you have it, that qualifying session. Lucas Gortman, Luke Smith, as well as Brandon Shirley, Nate Johnson, Thomas Ridgway, Chris Wheeler, Ryan Johnson, Tyler Russ, Dave Gilbert, and James Coleman'sberger all in the field here tonight. And all of those drivers running right near the top of the speed charts. The qualifying results for your Xfinity Series drivers here tonight. There you can see that 35 of Andy Turner slotted just in front of Thomas Gold, Thomas Myers, Jonathan Cross, as well as Michael Gitchell. Chris Glick, Cullen Johnson, Kevin Bernheimer, and Brad Youngman, all drivers putting down a lap here tonight. And there you can see Youngman not even worrying about qualifying. He was all focused on the race as he continues to run out there tonight. Youngman doing a fine job back down pit road once again, so he'll drop a little bit further through the scoring charts right now. Rejoin the field back on the backstretch, and let's run down your qualifying results one more time for your Truck Series drivers out in the field here tonight for the Queen City Shuffle. From Charlotte Motor Speedway, that 83 of William Klingbeil, he took that top spot in the truck class for qualifying. Elijah Travis, Jeffrey Ramsdale, Patrick Anderson, Mark Ackerman, Mike Ayward, Vinny Tabby, and Cupcake rounded out the field for your Truck Series drivers in qualifying. So there you have it. That was your qualifying breakdown here tonight. As the field back into turn number 3, Ford Mustang pace car lights out once again. We're ready to fire things off and get it back going strong here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's right, you see it painted on the walls just off in the background. America's home for racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pace car left-hand turn on the gas. Green flag flies as Lucas Gortman nails the throttle, and away we go once again. Everybody up through the gears. Looks like that 11 right there. Oh my goodness! What happened back there? Oh my. Michael Ayward involved. Let's see what happened here. Tyler Ziegler involved. Right on the start. There you see the 14. A little bit of a slow go. The 96 jumps to the outside. Oh, and contact the fort. Oh my goodness. Space shuttle up at the top. Oh my goodness. That was one more look at this one. The 96 looked to the outside on the restart. Had the lane, but I don't think the 14 or his spotter thought he was there just yet. 14 up the track into the outside wall, and he's going to need a lot more than armor all after that one. That is not going to fix or shine the 14 after that hard impact there. You can see the 14 down on pit road. We'll jump back with your race leader, Lucas Gortman, your pole sitter here tonight, continuing to lead the field here. 89 laps in the book for these drivers, with still just about 25 minutes remaining here in tonight's race. The Queen City Shuffle not disappointing, and I'll tell you what, race fans, if you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash the bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just casually strolling on through or if you're the dedicated fan, friend, or family. We do appreciate you each and every single time you join us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And as I said, if you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up. Drivers still trying to run down Lucas Gortman. Brandon Shirley has been strong all night long, running up inside the top 5. Shirley now sitting in that second spot, just one position better than where he started tonight's race. Back in the third spot, Chris Wheeler, one of the big movers at the front of the field, up 3 spots from where he started tonight's race. But overall, your biggest mover of tonight's race, the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer. We'll jump back here with Kevin and his Ford Mustang as he makes his way off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Kevin up 12 spots from where he started tonight's race, all the way back in the 23rd position, now running just outside of your top 10 in the 11th position, down 2 laps. And there you can see that 11 machine has seen, the 28 machine has seen some better days. No hood on that Xfinity car. Back to the battle at the front of the field, nose to tail. Your top 3 gonna be for here shortly. as Luke Smith closes the gap, closes the distance. He's got 10 lap fresher tires. Will he be able to catch him? What will he be able to do when he gets there? Strike that. He's caught him. He is there. He's all over that 22 of Chris Wheeler. This is going to be your closest battles on track. We're keeping our eye on timing and scoring as Jeffrey Ramsdell, he's battling for a spot right now back outside of your, or just inside of your top 15, I should say, for the 14th position. So we will keep our eye on that one. And it does look like a few of the drivers checking in with us, a few of them out there with some troubles. Hate to see it, that 53's night may be over. Ziegler letting us know 45 minutes of repair, so that very well may take him out of being able to get back on the track here tonight. Gonna try to do a little bit of house cleaning for you all if we can. Started tonight's race with 29 drivers. We have still got 20 drivers out there on the speedway, but only 8 drivers left on the lead lap. The 7 of Dave Gilbert, last driver, scored on the lead lap in his Ford Mustang, and he is about 5 seconds off of your race leader. We'll take a look back there. You can see him right there in that U.S. Air Force Ford Mustang, making his way across the stripe to begin his 98th lap here tonight. A little bit off the pace with a little bit of damage. Gilbert looking to try to see if he can't somehow gain a spot or two. And oh my, what has happened to Cupcake? Cupcake has had an issue again here tonight. Let's take a look and see what happened with that 74. Into the outside wall once again, it looks like, and right there in front of Elijah Travis. That's going to put, oh, Travis pancakes that outside wall. Oh, that is going to hurt for sure, and hurt more than just Cupcake. That's also going to hurt the chances of the 51 snatching a 4th class win. And there you see, bringing the machine to pit road, Elijah Travis going to fall further off of the lead lap and down through the timing and scoring charts for his respected class. And I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and check in with that, race fans, for you. We'll go ahead and throw that information up on screen for you. Your top 3 leaders of their respected classes here tonight. Your race leader, your overall leader, your pole sitter here tonight, driver at the front of this field, Lucas Gortman, continues to lead the race with just about 20 laps, 22 laps remaining. Field has worked their way into the 65-minute mark. Only 20 minutes remain as Gortman continues to put drivers a lap down. We'll jump back now with the highest running Truck Series driver. Let's see if we can't go check out Jeffrey Ramsdell. There you see Ramsdell in the 97 Exalta Chevy Silverado, making his way off of the back stretch and into turn number 3. Lucas Gortman putting him yet another lap down here tonight. Then back to Thomas Gold, just a little bit in front of Ramsdell. There you can see that 87 of Thomas Gold. Gold being your highest running Xfinity Series driver as they run on the track right now, just over that 1 hour mark. We'll jump back to this little battle that's beginning to brew between Ryan Johnson, James Coleman'sberger, that's 6th and 7th on the speedway. .38 of Johnson trying to make his way by the lap machine. That 96 still out on track, still trying to get what he can get. Chris Glick trying to gain a spot or two if he can. big time stack up for a lot of these drivers at the front of the field. There you can see that 0-2 of Patrick Anderson still piloting the Pabst ribbon machine around here. That's Chevy Silverado looking pretty good. Gonna go with the best times for you here tonight. There you can see the best lap times from these drivers, and disregard the Peach class back there, class number 3. I have no clue who class number 3 is, but there you can see those quick times for those respected Series Cup cars. Fastest cars out there, Xfinity cars next, and then the trucks a little bit slower here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as can be expected with most of the 1.5 mile ovals that we may visit here, but gonna visit quite a few road courses as well. In a few weeks, these drivers will return right here to Concord, North Carolina, to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Roval. That's gonna be an exciting show for sure here at the Roval. All 3 of these classes in the SDR Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. We have seen those road courses put on quite a show. Back up front with your race leaders, gap has closed. Look who it is. Here is that 10 of Luke Smith. He has closed the distance and is within striking distance once again of that race lead. We have seen these 2 drivers battle it out lap after lap. Extended runs here, 10 lap fresher tires for Smith. What will he do when he gets there? And I tell you what, why don't we go down on board inside the car with that 10 of Smith. Some great onboard camera shots here tonight, and we do appreciate all the great camera work being done back behind the scenes to bring you the great camera shots that we do have here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Big time shout out to the entire crew of that 10 for allowing us to put multiple cameras on that Chevy ZL1 Camaro here tonight, and still trying to hound down Lucas Gortman. Smith right there in second, but not able to snatch the lead away as we watch this battle for the race lead unfold high above the track here at Charlotte Motor Speedway from our Turn 3 drone cam. Things starting to slowly sort themselves out. Looks like drivers do have quite a bit of gap between themselves and their next position on the speedway. This is still your closest battle on the track. Just behind them, Brandon Shirley losing touch just a little bit, just about 0.8 of a second off of the tail end of your race leader. So your top 3 drivers here tonight, all Cup Series drivers. Back to the front with the battle for the top spot. Gortman still leading Smith by about 3 to 4 car lengths, but closing the gap through the center of these corners is that 10 of Smith. So those fresher tires definitely an advantage through the center of these corners here tonight. And there you can see closing the distance once again is that 10 through the center, but a big run off of turn number 4 for Gortman, and he's going to scoot away once again. your top three the same way we seen them before the green flag pit cycle, same way they were before we seen that competition caution, that middle of tonight's race stage break. And once again, the cream has risen to the top at the end of tonight's Queen City Shuffle here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, America's home for racing, right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And now Gortman starting to open that gap a little bit more. Almost a half a second race advantage now for Gortman over Smith, and Shirley is closing in on Smith. This is going to be a hot and heavy battle at the front of this field here for the top spot for the overall race win for the Cup Class race win. These three drivers have been battling it out all night long, have had different tire strategies all night long as well. Luke Smith extended the run on two different occasions here tonight, and he has found himself with the fresher tires, but struggling to do anything with them sideways. Coming off of turn 2, Shirley all over the back of Smith. Lucas Gortman beginning to step away as the time begins to wind down. Just about 12 minutes remaining here on the clock for tonight's 85-minute timed event, and down to the bottom goes Shirley. He'll look to lead the 10 off of turn 2, put Shirley into that second spot as a big-time struggle now on the hands of the 10 of Luke Smith. Looks like he may have cooked those tires. They are 10 laps fresher, but it looks like they're about 50 laps older right now. He has abused and used every bit of Goodyear rubber up off of those tires right there, screaming for a chance to put 4 freshies on as your top 2 step away. Scratch that. They absolutely walk away from Luke Smith, who's got a fast charging Ryan Johnson trying to come up and grab that top spot away. Tyler Rush sitting pretty here tonight. Let's go back and take a look at this one. Battle unfolding on the raceway as well, as Tyler looks to take that 4th spot away from Ryan Johnson. We will keep our eye on the timing and scoring at the front of the field on your race leader, Lucas Gortman, who still has about a half a second race advantage over Brandon Shirley, but Shirley is finding some speed late in the going. Last time by was faster than your race leader Gortman with a 31.16 and just 0.08 of a second faster, 31.08 for Shirley. Back with your race leader. There you can see that battle beginning to shape up just a little bit closer. Things gonna get a little bit tighter. How close will these drivers choose to run, and how bad does that 85 of Brandon Shirley want that top spot? Just under 10 minutes now remain. And how many laps will these drivers get in the book? I've already lost count on how many they've put in the book, as timing and scoring showing we should get ourselves about another 9 to 10 laps here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Field makes their way back across the stripe. Gortman still leading Shirley. Gonna jump back to a different battle on the speedway. There you can see that 96 machine just off in front of Kevin Bernheimer. Bernheimer trying to make up a spot or two if he can. There's Chris Glick. I apologize, Chris Glick in that 96 machine. Brad Youngman in the 93 just off in the distance. Those drivers going to try to run him down. Xfinity Series drivers struggling here tonight, and there you can see that 88 back on the speedway trying to get all he can. Johnson back inside your top 10. Battle shaping up once again at the front of the field. We'll jump right behind the drivers we were watching on screen. And we'll find your race leader, Lucas Gordon and Brandon Shirley, right there. 2/10 separate your top two. Oh my, what a way to run down the field here tonight. 125 laps in to tonight's race with this 85-minute timed event for the Queen City Shuffle here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. It looks like we may fall short of that 143 laps that I predicted earlier, but gonna be about, I would say, 5 or 6 laps short of that 143 lap mark, but that is quite, oh, and big time crash. The 96 goes around. Chris Glick, hard impact with that outside wall. Big time trouble late in the race. Glick gonna fall through those standings, and the 17 of Gortman has got Shirley all over him. Big time trouble for a lot of drivers out there tonight. We started tonight's race with 29 drivers on the starting grid, and we are down to just 19 drivers left on the speedway. Just 8 drivers left on your lead lap. Dave Gilbert is in the 7 Ford Mustang, the U.S. Air Force Ford Mustang. Last driver scored on the lead lap back in the 8th position. This is a battle on your screen for the race lead for the top spot. Can that 85 of Brandon Shirley find a way by Lucas Gortman, your pole sitter? You're the guy that has led the most laps here tonight. Gortman has put on a clinic from Charlotte Motor Speedway, looks to keep that top spot. Shirley to the bottom, now cutting down in the center of the corner. Gortman gonna use the runoff of 2. He has a 1-car advantage halfway down the backstretch. Big time push on the back of that 17 by Shirley. That's going to get the 17 a little bit out of shape, a little loose. Oh my goodness! Almost contact off of turn number 2. These drivers are not playing around, not afraid to mix it up. Lucas Gortman still has control of the race, but a hard-charging, very hungry Brandon Shirley looking to take that top spot away here late in the going as we cross the line. These drivers now put 130 laps in the book on lap 131 now. How many more will they be able to fit into tonight's Queen City Shuffle here from Charlotte Motor Speedway? Just 5 minutes remain on that Rolex clock. Close quarters racing at the front of the field. There you see the 51 of Elijah Travis, heavily wounded and off the pace here tonight. About, I do believe, 3 or 4 laps off of the lead lap here tonight. Travis able to go to the top of the Truck Series standings the past 3 races. Your truck class winner. Not sure he's going to be able to pull that one off here tonight, so not going to be a 4 in a row for the ET and that Rowdy Energy SDR sponsored Chevy Silverado. Less than a 1/10 of a second separates your top 2 drivers. Lucas Gortman leads Shirley down into turn number 1. Little bit of advantage through the center there for Gortman. Brandon gonna look to the inside, halfway down the backstretch. Not gonna be there, gonna slide back in line on entry to 3. Trying to time the run, trying to judge the gap. The 85 of Brandon Shirley all over Lucas Gortman, has been so for the past 10 to 12 laps. These drivers have been putting on a show here late in the going. 135 laps now on the board for this SDR Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 race number 5 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Queen City Shuffle, live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Gortman leads Shirley off of 4 and back across the stripe one more time around the field here tonight. We have still got about 2.5 to 3 minutes remaining on the stopwatch. How many more laps can they fit in? Can they make me look like I'm a genius just a little bit outside of that window? I said 143 laps. Let's see if they can't put down 2 or 3 more laps, get me a little closer to that threshold. Down to the inside, Shirley looking for the lead. 2 minutes remaining on the stopwatch, and Brandon Shirley decides to make the move. Side by side as they make their way off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Drag race into turn number 3. Advantage goes to the 17. Shirley fighting back once again on that inside lane. Half a car length separate your top 2. They fan out just a little bit now, about a lane in between them, back to a half a lane as they enter turn number 1 side by side for the second lap in a row. There you can see the high line prevailing through 1 and 2. Big run off of turn number 2. Shirley gets a little loose but pulls back even. Now down to the inside of the speedway. Shirley gonna clear him. Was gonna yell slide job, but it was a little bit too far ahead of Lucas Gortman to be a slide job. But now new race leader with 60 seconds remaining in tonight's race. I do believe these drivers gonna get at least 2 more laps in the book before we see the checkered flag fly here tonight. So looks like we're right on that door of where I said we might get to. Drivers putting down one heck of a run here tonight. Times out of this world. Man, I tell you, they have been absolutely blazing fast all night long, and Lucas Gortman has lost it. He has lost the speed, he has lost the tires, and has fallen over 1 second back behind the fast-paced, hard-charging Brandon Shirley. Shirley gonna cross the line, have 1 more lap to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's right, popsicle sticks on display. This should put an end to tonight's race down to the turn number 1 and 2 for what should be the final time here tonight. Back down the backstretch, your race leader Brandon Shirley now with a 1.1 second advantage over Lucas Gortman. Ryan Johnson able to make the jump through the field and up by Luke Smith. He'll take that 3rd spot. Checkered flag on display. Race win in the bag. Brandon Shirley getting the job done there with just 60 seconds remaining and was able to walk away with the race win. 141 laps in the book tonight for the SDR Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 Queen City Shuffle. That's right, race number 5 now in the books for these drivers. Heck of a job, heck of a race win for that man right there on screen. The 85 of Brandon Shirley. He'll bring his Ford Mustang to a slow and begin to celebrate just a little bit. There you can see him pulling up to that wall, and he is gonna burn it down. And while he enjoys a little post-race celebrations, We're going to get things set up for our post-race interview, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And back trackside as a few of the drivers still enjoy their post-race celebrations. We'll see if we can't catch in a quick word or two with the driver that walked away with the top spot here for the Truck Series class. Let's see if we can't get in a word with now the four-time winner in a row of the Truck Series class. Elijah Travis, this is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Dave, I got you.
You did it again, huh?
I didn't think I was going to those last 5 laps because Cupcake had wrecked right in front of me, and I had to pit earlier than I was intending to use up my fast repair and fix my truck. So my tires were worn up by the end of the race, and the last 5 laps, I noticed, oh, Jeff Ramsdell is catching me up. I better go. So, yeah, I don't know if you caught it on stream, but it came down to less than a truck length.
I did not catch the end of it on the stream, on the broadcast, but you did have me fooled. When you had the trouble right there with Cupcake, with that 74 machine, you had to come to pit road. I thought you were done and over with. I didn't think you could get the job done, but yet again, you proved me wrong. Back to the top of the class once again. I want to say congratulations real quick on that one and overcoming some adversity here tonight. But what's the future holding for you inside of that 51? Now that you've been to victory lane 4 times in a row, are you maybe pushing or trying to see if you can't put a bug in the ear and try to get into the Xfinity Series class?
Well, it seems like that's what I was going to be doing anyways. It seems like every 5 weeks, the league admins are gonna bump all the top drivers of their class in points up to the next level. So they were already talking about it when I won last week at Daytona, and it just seems like I might be moving the cup if I do well enough in Xfinity by the end of the season.
Well, so some big plans moving forward for you in that 51 machine. I want to talk about the mentality of moving forward, of moving to a different class here. Right there at the top of the point standings for the Truck Series. So with moving to the Xfinity class, giving up that championship spot, that championship standings, does it make you worrisome at all, or would you rather possibly stay in the truck if you could and grab that championship before moving on?
When I got my second and even when I got my third win, I was kind of thinking I don't really want to move up to Xfinity because I mean the trucks are faster, they have more downforce. But now that I've got my fourth win, I'm like, okay, I need to let someone else win for a chance for once.
Well, man, you have done an absolute great job at winning here. That's 4 in a row for you in the Truck Series class. So whatever happens here moving forward, we do wish you the best, and we know we're going to be catching up with you at some point in time once again. So congratulations, finishing in 11th overall, but walking away with the truck win. Elijah, before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that 51?
Well, first of all, I would like to shout out you and Turn 3 Racing Network. You guys do an amazing job broadcasting these races. I have a lot of fun watching them back. But I would also like to thank all my sponsors on my car, so Rowdy, Orca, and SDR for hosting these races. I'd also like to thank my family and friends and, just people who I really enjoy racing against, and my teammate Brandon Shirley for winning in the Cup class tonight.
All right, my man. Well, once again, congratulations on another great run, and we'll look forward to catching up with you later on throughout the season.
Yeah, I hope to win some more races in a different class from now on.
Well, we hope to see you do that as well. So, let's go get this done. Let's make it happen.
All right. Hope to see you in Cup by the end of the season.
All right, my man. Well, you have a good rest of the night, and we'll, as I said, I know we'll catch up with you. I can see it
eventually.
I can see it. All right, there you have it. Final few words between myself and the man on screen right there, walking away with the truck class win. ET himself, Elijah Travis, getting the job done. That's going to bring us to our next class. Let's see if we can't catch in a quick word or two with the driver that walked away just in front of Elijah Travis on the scoring charts, back inside the top 10 and at the top of the Xfinity Series class. Thomas Gold is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How about you, my man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, right?
Good to see you out there on track. Good to see you doing well as well. Walking away with the top spot in the Xfinity Series class. As I mean, does it get much better? I mean, you got a class win. What's your thoughts on tonight's race, and what's your thoughts moving forward?
Yeah, this is obviously my first race with this league, so I was really just expecting to kind of learn a lot. I've never even heard about, an IMSA style oval racing league, so this really piqued my interest here. It's it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Like, I've never been in a league where it's this unique, and you get to race side by side with people who aren't in your class. Obviously they do that on the roadside, but it's just totally unique here. But yeah, coming into this race, first race, I wasn't expecting a lot. I was really expecting just to learn how to race side by side with people that I have never raced with before. But man, a huge shout out to these guys who race this league. Man, they do a great job. David, who puts this on, man, fantastic job. This is great.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that intrigued us and myself here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, Thomas, was, an IMSA theme as well as an endurance theme because of the timed race. I know most IMSA events are timed as well, but
Yeah.
just the multiple classes and just the whole aspect is just really a cool deal, and these guys really, really pull it off. I believe you're going to love it here. It is a great league. Ran very, very well, as you've seen here tonight. And I mean, I know you can just wait for some more coming. It's going to be some great racing. We've got Chicagoland, then Pocono coming up. Then looks like we may be coming back to the Roval. So with those 3 next races, what's your thoughts moving forward on those?
Oh man, I'm so excited, especially for the Roval. That's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
All right, my man. Well, we're glad that you enjoyed the night here, and we're glad you walked away in victory lane, rounding out the top 10 overall as well. So that's nothing to hang your hat about as well. The highest finishing Xfinity Series driver and just barely off of the lead lap. So congratulations once again, Thomas, on your class win. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that 87?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to thank my guys over at Imperial Motorsports, man. They do a great job week in and week out. They're the real reason why we have any speed. I have any speed. I got lots of great guys over there. So a huge shout out to those guys. I'd also like to thank the admins and owners of this league. Holy crap, did they put on a great job. Guys, come out and try this league. It's my first time racing this, and man, I can't wait to tell everybody about this league. And also you, Dave, for the broadcast.
All right, Thomas. Well, we do appreciate the kind words, and we'll look forward to catching up with you a little bit more as you get a little deeper in the season here.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
All right, there you have it. Driver walking away with the class win in the Xfinity Series, that 87 of Thomas Gold, getting the job done here tonight, walking away in the 10th spot overall. And let's see if we can't catch in a word or two with the Cup Series driver that walked away with the class win, with the overall win here tonight inside his 85 Ford Mustang. Brandon Shirley, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I hear you.
Hey, man, heck of a job. Walk us through those final few laps in that overtake for the race lead.
Kind of surprised because, to be honest, I mean, ever since that last caution, I was kind of chasing him down, but couldn't really get up to him. And I guess he finally burned up his tires enough where I could get to him. And then, yeah, I don't know how I actually got past him because it looked like I don't know if he hit the wall. You could probably tell me better, but yeah, mostly surprised because I didn't think I really had anything for him, but worked out.
Yeah, no wall hit. Just looks what it looked like from my vantage point, and I could be wrong at this as well. It just looked like possibly that battle that himself and Luke Smith were having. Maybe they just kind of burned their tires off because once you got the race lead, you just stepped away. So it looked like he was just a little bit slower than you, keeping you behind at the right times in the wrong place, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that was if I had a game plan, that was my game plan, is let Luke pass and let them go battle it out, and yeah, hopefully burn their stuff up. But even after that, I mean, after I got past Luke, just trying to catch Lucas, I don't know. Yeah, he gave me a run for my money there.
Well, Brandon, man, congratulations on not just the Cup class win, but the overall win. Already being in the Cup cars here, what's your ultimate goal here? Obviously, everybody wants to win the championship. That's got to be a first and foremost goal. But over the next few weeks, What are your thoughts moving forward as we head to Chicago as well as Pocono?
I mean, keep reeling them off. I wouldn't mind stringing together 3 wins, but yeah, I mean, it's basically just setting yourself up for the playoffs, trying to get as high as you can because you get the bonus points when we get to the playoffs. So finishing well, if nothing else, not wrecking. How about that? Not wrecking would be the goal.
I think I like that goal. That's usually my only goal, but we'll leave that one alone. Well, Brandon, once again, congratulations on a great race win, getting the job done when it all mattered. Just about 1 minute and 30 seconds, right around the 1 minute mark remaining in tonight's race when you finally were able to take that top spot and get that race win. So congratulations, Nerves of Steel, getting the job done here tonight. So before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody else on the side of that 85 machine?
Yeah, thank all the admins for putting this on. This has been a fun couple seasons here, and keep it going.
All right, Brandon. Well, again, congratulations, and we'll look forward to catching up with you in Chicago.
Appreciate it.
There you have it. Final few words from the driver walking away with that top spot with the overall win as well as the Cup Class win. The 85 of Brandon Shirley and his Ford Mustang gets the job done here tonight. And whew, what a night it was, race fans. All sorts of action all night long, all over the speedway. And just wait till we hit the fast track up there at Chicagoland. Then the tricky triangle is next. I don't know what to expect out of that. I do believe the tunnel turn is going to be a hot spot when we hit Pocono. So look for all of that action here coming up very shortly as well, right here on your home for Split Decisions Racing Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Sounds like the producer's going ahead and hitting those buttons so you know what time it is. You know what that sound means. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Your overall results for race number 5 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Queen City Shuffle, walking away with the race win, the 85 of Brandon Shirley. Walking away in that second spot, Lucas Gordman, Ryan Johnson in third, Luke Smith in fourth, and Tyler Rush rounded out your top 5. Chris Wheeler, James Coleman'sberger, Dave Gilbert, Nate Johnson, and Thomas Gold, your top 10. Elijah Travis slotting home in 11th, 12th to Jeffrey Ramsdale, Brad Youngman, and Michael Gitchell right there in 14th. Thomas Myers going to finish in 15th. Kevin Bernheimer right there in 16th. 17th goes to Jonathan Cross, and Patrick Anderson walks away from the track 8 laps down back in the 18th position. After some late trouble, scored 59 laps off of the race lead. Driver right there finishing in the 20th spot. Cupcake in that 74. Vinny Tabby, another Truck Series driver with some trouble here tonight. That 44 finishing in the 25th overall position. There you have it, Michael Young from Big Sexy Racing gonna finish in the final spot here tonight overall, and that will bring us to the end of your overall results. I tell you what, race fans, why don't we go ahead and give it to you? We can go ahead and run down your Cup results for tonight's race. There you can have them right there on screen if we can get them to pop up. And there they go once again for us. Brandon Shirley, as we already mentioned, tonight's overall race winner in tonight's Cup Class winner. Gortman, Johnson, Smith, and Rush rounded out the top 5 in your Cup Class. On to the Xfinity Series class here tonight. Thomas Gold with the class win. Brad Youngman, Michael Gitchell, Thomas Myers, and Kevin Bernheimer round out the top 5 in the Xfinity Series class here in the SDR Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. On to the Truck Series drivers here for the Queen City Shuffle in taking the 4th class win in a row in the Truck Series, that 51 of Elijah Travis. Jeffrey Ramsdale, Patrick Anderson, Cupcake, and William Klingbeil will round out your top 5 in the Truck Series class. Well, that's about it. That's about all we have from Charlotte Motor Speedway here tonight. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether you're just stopping through or the dedicated fan, friend, or family, we do appreciate each and every one of you. And with that being said, well, it's a new day, new year. Stay safe, stay loved. Until next time, my friends, we'll see ya in Turn 3.